Hi everyone, we're going to start by recognising some pieces of Numicon and some numerals that are just popping up on the screen. So say them with me. So this is 7, 1, 6, 9, 9, 6, 3, 0, 8. Fabulous, well done. So yesterday we started looking at ordinal numbers, so popping numbers in the correct order, and we started by identifying which number was the smallest. So let's have a look with the numbers on the screen. Can you say them with me? So here we've got 0, 3, 1, 2. Super. So which number is the smallest out of all of those? Well done, it's the number 0. So we're going to put that one first. I've got 3 remaining numbers. Which number comes next? So which number is 1 more than 0? Well done. So 1 comes after 0. So which is the number that comes after 1? What is 1 more than 1? Well done, it is 2. Super. And so our last number that comes after 2 and is 1 more than 2 is 3. So let's say those numbers in the correct order. That is 0, 1, 2, 3. Well done, everyone. So now I've got some more numbers here. So can you help me read them again? I've got 3, 5, 0, 2, 1, and 4. So I'll move them all down again and pop them in a line so that it helps me see all the numbers I have got. Which is the smallest number? If I was going to order them from smallest to largest, which would be the smallest? Well done, it's 0. If you can already write this order down for me, then have a go at writing that down for me on the paper that you've got at home. So 1 more than 0 would be 1. Well done. What would 1 more than 1 be? What would come after 1? 2. Super. So far we've got 0, 1, and then 2. What will come next? What would come after 2? A number that is bigger than 2. 3. Well done. What's 1 more than 3? What would come after 3? 4. Super. And what would my last number be in this sequence? 1 more than 4. It would be 5. Super. Let's have a go at reading that order together. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well done if you got that correct. So now I want you to have a little go at ordering these numbers, popping them in the correct position. So start with your smallest number here first, and then increase it by 1 every time until you get to your largest number at the end. So you've got 2 sets of numbers to order there. So I'm just going to give you a couple of minutes to have a go at doing that, and then we'll check them together. Great. If you need a little bit more time, then just pause the video now so that you can complete that, because I'm going to go through the answers. Okay, so now I'm going to show you the answers on the next slide, and let's check to see whether you've got these correct. So here we go. So the top one, the correct order is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So well done if you got that one correct. And then underneath, our second row is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then 9. So well done if you got that one correct as well. So now we're going to move on to today's lesson, and this links back to what we were doing yesterday with our part-whole model, which we have seen now. So in our part-whole model, we have the whole here, and it's split into different parts. And today, we're not just going to be looking at 2 parts, we're going to be looking at more than 2 parts, which make our whole. So that's going to be a bit of a challenge. So let's recap. Here's my whole, and I've got 1 part here and another part here, and together they make the whole amount that I have got. So let's have a go at doing that with some counters. So here we are. I've got my whole, my total amount. Let's count them together and see how many there are. 1, 2, 3, red counters, 4, 5. So the whole is 5. Can you say that? Well done. So now we're going to split them into 2 parts. So I've got 2 parts on my part, whole model. So I'm going to split them based on their colour. So in one part, I'm going to put the red counters. So in one part, I now have 1, 2, and 3. So one part is 3. Now I'm going to go back to my whole, and I've got these remaining parts left. So I'm going to put the blue part in the other part. So I've got 1, 2. So one part is 2. So my whole was 5, one part is 3, and one part is 2. Let's have a look at doing that again. So now I've got these sentences underneath just to help me scaffold it. So you might want to use these at home as well. So let's work out what the whole is first. So let's look at my whole on my part whole model and count how many counters are there. So can you join in with me? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So we can say the whole is 7. Can you say that? Super. So just like before, I've got my whole that is 7. I'm going to write that down here. And now I'm going to find out what my different parts are by moving my red counters into one part and my blue counters into another part. So first I'm going to move my red counters into the first part. Ooh. So there is one part. So let's check how many is in one part. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I can now say that one part is 4. Can you say that? Great. And let's check how many is in my other part. So my other part's blue. I'm going to move my blue counters into my other part, and then let's count them. So 1, 2, 3. So the other part has 3 in it. Well done. So I can say that one part is 4, one part is 3, and the whole is 7. You have a go at saying those statements. So one part is 4, one part is 3, and the whole is 7. Well done. Oh, I've changed my part whole model now, and I've just changed the way that it is on the screen. So it's exactly the same, just turned around. So we'll follow exactly the same method. Okay, so first let's identify what the whole is. So let's count the whole. 1, 2, 3. So we can say that the whole is 3. Well done. Now I want to identify how many is in each part. So I'm going to put the blue over to here, and then the red parts over to here. So how many is in this part? So one part is how many? Let me check. So one part is 1, 2. So you should have said that one part is 2. Let's have a look here though in the other part. How many is in my remaining part? How many is in the other part? 1. Well done. So you should have said that one part is 1. So if I'm going to read those statements, I'm going to say that one part is 2, one part is 1, and that the whole is 3. Well done if you got those correct. Now I've got a different part of a whole with a different amount at the top, a different total. So let's have a look to see what the whole is in this representation. So let's count it. How many is in my whole? How many is in there? Have a look. Well done. So you should have got that the whole is 4. If you didn't get that, just double check them and count how many is there. Let's do it together. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Well done. So now I'm going to split them into 2 different parts. I'm going to put my blue parts into here and my red counters into here. So how many is in this part here that I'm circling? So one part is how many? Well done. You should have said that one part is 2. So well done if you got that correct. And check here on the right hand side, the red part, how many is in this part here? One part is 2. Well done. So we can now say that one part is 2, one part is 2 and the whole is 4. Have you noticed anything there? You might have noticed that both the parts are the same. Okay, so one part here has 2 and the other part has 2 as well. So well done if you made those links. Now I'm going to leave this for you to have a little go. So I want you to pause this screen, have a go at doing these on your pieces of paper in front of you or whatever you can get your hands on. And I want you to see if you can fill these sentences for me. I'm going to give you a few minutes to do it, and then we're going to go through them, okay? Great. If you need a little bit longer, which I think you might do, just pause the video so that you can carry on with those jobs and get those activities written down, as I'm going to move on now to working out what the answers are. Okay, so just pause it here if you haven't finished that job first, because that's really important, because we're going to move on to something else. So I'll quickly go through these with you and you can check whether you got the right answer. So for this question, you should have got that the whole is 5, that one part is 2, and that the one part is 3. So well done if you got that correct. Here on the middle question, the whole is 5 again, but the parts are different. So one part here is 1, and the other part, the blue part, is 4. So well done if you got that one correct. And my last one, the whole is 2, one part is 1, and one part is 2. And you might have noticed there again that both the parts are exactly the same on that last one. So well done if you got that and spotted that. So now I'm going to make your brain stretch even further. And I've got a part whole model which has more than 2 parts on it. So let's check how many parts we've got. So we've got 1, 2, 3 parts that together make that whole. Okay, so let's first of all work out what the whole is. Okay, so what is the whole amount? So can you count them with me? So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well done. So we can say that 7 is the whole. Now I'm going to split these based on the different colours. I'm going to put them into 3 different parts. So I'm going to use the red ones first. Let's count how many red we've got. 1, 2, 3. So in one of the parts then, I have got 3. So 3 is in one part. I'm going to do the blue ones next, I think. So let's look at the blue ones. Got 1, 2. So I need to now 1, 2. So how many is in that part? Well done. You should have said that there are 2. But I've got a remaining part left. I've got one more part left over, and that is a yellow part there. And there are 1, 2 in my yellow part. So I'm going to pop that there. The remaining part is 2. So I can say from this diagram that 7 is the whole, 3 is one part, 2 is one part, and 2 is one part. Well done if you manage that, because it is quite challenging. Should we have another go? So now I've got a different part whole model. I've got a different whole to start me off with. So let's work out what the whole is first. So the whole is 1, 2, 3, 4. So we can say that the whole is 4. Now I'm going to break my whole up into 3 different parts. So I'm going to start with the blue to go in one part first. So here I've got 1, 2. So I'm going to draw 1. Oh, apologies everybody. It's coming up as yellow instead of blue. So here I'm going to draw 1, 2. My first part first. So how many is in my first part? 1, 2, correct. It is 2. So let's look at the red one now. Make sure I've got the right colour. There we go. So let's check. I've got 1 there, so I need to put 1 in this part. So here I can say the next part is 1. And then the yellow box, how many have I got there? 1. So I can say that 1 is 1 part. So let's recap over that. So 4 is the whole, 2 is 1 part, 1 is 1 part, and 1 is 1 part. So we've got that whole amount and we've split it into 3 parts based on their colours. Okay, one more and then I'm going to give you a bit of a go. Hope you're ready. So now let's have a look what this whole is. So I'll give you a few seconds, just count how many's in the whole. Well done. So you should have noticed that the whole is 5. Okay, so we can say that the whole is 5. So I'm going to start with the blue ones first. I'm going to get my blue part and place it here. So how many is in my blue part? Correct, it is 1. Now I'm going to get my red and pop those in a separate hole. There we go, I'm going to pop these in this part here. Ooh. Superb. So how many is in this part? So this time the whole is 3. Well done. And then my remaining part is the yellow part. And how many is in there? Well done. You should have said 1. So let's recap over those stem sentences. So we've said that 5 is the whole, which is here. 1 is in 1 part. 3 is in 1 part. And 1 is in 1 part. Did you get that right? I hope so. So now here's some ideas for you to get your teeth stuck into. So I've got 2 part whole models up on my screen right now, and I want you to have a little go at drawing these and seeing if you can work out what the different parts are and what the whole are as well. Okay, you can do one of 2 things here. You can either draw out the circles or you can write the numeral. Okay, so it's completely up to you. So I'll just give you a little bit of time there to work those out and then we'll go through them. Well done, everyone. So now I'm going to go through the answers. So if you haven't got the answers yet, just give yourselves a few more minutes, okay? And then you can click and watch and follow on. Otherwise, I'm going to give the answers away. So I'm going to go through the answers, and the first one I'm going to draw, and the next one I'm going to write the numerals on, just in case you've done either or, okay? So here, the whole. So the whole you should have got as 6. Okay, one of the parts, the yellow part, was 1. Should have drawn a yellow part here. One of the parts, which was the green part, we should have drawn 3. So 3 is 1 part. And then for the black part, there is 2. So we should have had that 6 is the whole, 1 is 1 part, 3 is 1 part, and 2 is 1 part. And on the right-hand side, here we should have had that the whole was 7. And that one of the parts, if we pull apart the green one, would be 3. And that if we pulled apart the pink part, would have been 2. And my final part, and the yellow amount, we have 2 in the other part. So we should have had that 7 is the whole, 3 is 1 part, 2 is 1 part, and 2 is 1 part. So well done if you got both of those, because they were a bit of a challenge today. But I know that you'll all be able to do this at home. Now on to our final challenge of the day. I have got a lovely part whole model here, and I've got by the side some words describing what goes in each of these parts. What we're going to have a go at doing now is either drawing it or representing with numerals what is described here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have one where I draw it and one where I write the numeral. And then I want you to decide what you think you can have a go at. So here it says 1 part is 3, 1 part is 1, the whole is 4. So I'm going to start at the bottom and I'm going to use where it says the whole is 4. So I'm going to draw this one first. So in my hole, I need 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm going to put a little tick next to it. So I know that's the bit I've done. Tick. Okay, then the next bit says 1 part is 1. So now in here, I need to draw that 1 part. There is 1. So I can give that a tick. And then here, the next one says 1 part is 3. So how many do I need to draw in this part? 3. Well done. 1, 2, and 3. So let me check. The whole is 4. The whole is 4. The part is 1. I've got 1 part is 1 there. And 1 part is 3. The other part is 3. Fabulous. Now though, I'm going to represent it using numerals. So watch me. So now I've got here that the whole is 4. So I'm going to write the numeral 4. Okay, because it tells me here that the whole is 4. 1 part is 1. So instead of drawing it this time, I'm going to draw the numeral 1. And then 1 part is 3. So 1 part is 1, 1 part is 3, and the whole is 4. Now you need to decide on the next few things whether you're going to have a go at drawing and representing it using dots, or whether you're ready and confident enough to start representing these as numerals. So have a little think. Okay, so let's read the next one. So here it says the whole is 5. So I'll do both again. Move this across. So we'll draw. The whole is 5. So I need to draw 5 as my whole. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I was going to represent it as a number, I would have it as 5 here. Then I can see it says 1 part is 3. So I'm going to choose this part first. I'm going to draw 3. 1, 2, 3. And in this box here, I'm going to write that 1 part is 3. Then my other one, it says 1 part is 2. Just put 1 part is 2 there, and 1 part is 2 here. Okay, so they are the same. Now I've got some things for you to have a little go of. Okay, so here it's got the description underneath, and I want you to represent it for me in this part whole model. It's up to you whether you want to draw the dots like I did here to represent the amount, whether you think you're ready to draw the numeral. You might even decide to do both if you really want to challenge yourself, so that I can see you've got that clear understanding there. So I've got 1, 2, 3 questions for you to do today, and this is what I want you to be sending me, as well as everything else we have gone through. But these are a little bit tricky, so make sure you're reading these correctly. Once you've finished them, then I've got another job for you, and I wonder if anyone can do it. My super challenge for you today is, if the whole is 5, how many different ways can you fill in what the different parts are? So this is your main activity, and then your challenge is, if the whole is 5, how many different ways can you find out what the different parts are? I can't wait to see all your super work that you're going to send through to me, so don't forget to email it me so I can see what you have been learning at home. Thanks everyone.